Greek mythology, Zeus's early love stories. Zeus, the king of the gods, is the most notorious philanderer in the history of Greek mythology. His love stories alone could fill a thick book. However, Zeus's romances are not just simple love affairs or infidelities. They can be interpreted as an expansion of Zeus's influence over the world through the abilities of the women he was involved with. Here are some of his early love stories. Zeus's first wife, Métis. Zeus first encountered Métis, the Oceanid, during the Titanomachy, the great war between the Titans and the Olympians. Métis was an excellent strategist. She made a powerful emetic, saying that when Zeus decided to confront his father, Cronus, his best allies were his siblings whom Cronus had swallowed. And she suggested that Zeus free the Cyclops and the Hecatoncheires from Tartarus, who then aided the Olympians with their immense strength. Zeus was not only grateful for her advice, but also deeply admired her intelligence and strategic mind. After the war, Zeus sought Métis out, desiring her companionship and counsel. Their relationship blossomed, and Métis became pregnant with their first child. However, during a grand feast on Mount Olympus, Gaia and Uranus, who had been betrayed by Zeus, revealed a sinister prophecy. They prophesied that Métis would bear a daughter wiser than herself. Furthermore, they prophesied that her second child, a son, would be powerful enough to overthrow Zeus. Zeus was filled with fear and anxiety upon hearing this prophecy. He knew that he had to act quickly to prevent this fate from coming true. Zeus devised a cunning plan to protect his throne and his reign. He approached Métis with a gentle and loving demeanor, hiding his true intentions. Zeus playfully suggested a game to Métis, betting on who could transform into the smallest creature. He transformed into a frog. Trusting Zeus and unaware of his trickery, Métis transformed into a fly, a creature much smaller than a frog. While still in his frog form, Zeus swallowed her whole after she had transformed into a fly, believing he had thwarted the prophecy. However, Métis was already pregnant with their daughter, Athena. Inside Zeus, Métis began crafting armor and weapons for her unborn child. After a long time, Zeus, who had already been involved with several women, and even married Hera, began to suffer from severe headaches. The pain became unbearable, and he sought help from Prometheus, who was known for his wisdom and skill. Prometheus, a god of great wisdom and skill, struck Zeus's head with an axe to open it. From the split, Athena emerged fully grown and armored, a testament to Métis' craftsmanship. And the prophecy about the second child, a son, was never realized because Métis remained inside Zeus. Thus, the prophecy partially came true, as Athena was indeed wiser than her mother. Despite the unusual circumstances of her birth, Athena was always loyal to Zeus, and Métis continued to live inside Zeus, providing him with wisdom and guidance. And it is said that from this time, wisdom began to flow from Zeus. Zeus's second wife, Themis. Zeus's second love was Themis, the goddess of law and order. He was known for his many romantic escapades. But his relationship with Themis was unique. In the early days of the cosmos, when the world was still young, and the gods were establishing their dominion, Zeus roamed the heavens, seeking wisdom and allies. One day, as he wandered through the celestial realms, he came upon a serene and radiant figure. It was Themis, who was meditating by a tranquil river of starlight. Zeus was immediately struck by her aura of wisdom and calm authority. He admired Themis for bringing peace and order to the chaotic world. He asked Themis to help him create a cosmos where justice and order prevailed. Themis agreed to bring balance to the universe with him. Their union produced several important deities, each embodying aspects of justice, order, and fate. First, she gave birth to three sisters known as the Horae: Eunomia of lawful order, Dike of justice, and Irene of peace, who maintained natural and moral order. And the Moirai were also three sisters: Clotho, who spun the thread of life, Lachesis, who measured life, and Atropos, who cut life, who were the goddesses of fate. But Zeus sat on his golden throne, his mind troubled by the weight of his responsibilities. Zeus had become increasingly consumed by his desire for power and control. often making decisions without consulting Themis. Themis, who valued balance and fairness above all, found herself at odds with Zeus's growing autocracy. One fateful day, Zeus decreed a new law that would grant him even more responsibility over the mortal world. Themis expressed her disapproval of Zeus's actions, emphasizing the tyranny he was imposing on mortals. Zeus, determined and resolute, explained that his actions were necessary for the stability of their realm. Themis, filled with sorrow, insisted that Zeus had lost his way and was not following the path of justice. Zeus's anger grew as he felt his judgment was being questioned. The tension between them was intense, filled with unspoken words and unresolved conflicts. Themis decided to leave, unable to stay by Zeus's side any longer. Zeus knew he had lost a valuable ally, but his pride would not allow him to admit his mistake. Themis left Olympus, determined to uphold justice, even if it meant opposing Zeus. Zeus's third lover, Eurynome. Zeus's third love was Eurynome, a titaness and daughter of Oceanus and Tethys. One day, as he strolled along the banks of a serene river, he heard the soft, melodious sound of laughter and music. Curious, Zeus followed the sound, and soon came upon a beautiful meadow bathed in golden sunlight. In the center of the meadow, he saw Eurynome, the titaness, dancing gracefully with a group of nymphs. Eurynome's movements were fluid and enchanting, her every step in perfect harmony with the music of nature. Zeus was immediately captivated by her beauty and elegance. He watched in awe as she danced, her laughter like the tinkling of bells. Unable to resist, Zeus stepped forward, his presence commanding attention. The nymphs stopped dancing and bowed in respect. Eurynome, sensing a powerful presence, turned to see Zeus standing before her, his eyes filled with admiration. Zeus approached her with a gentle smile, his voice soft and inviting. Eurynome smiled back, her heart fluttering at the attention of the king of the gods. Soon, they created the Chairites, also known as the Graces. The Chairites were goddesses of charm, beauty, nature, human creativity, and fertility. The three Charitas were called Aglaea of radiance, Euphrosyne of rejoicing, and Telea of pleasure. Zeus's fourth lover, Demeter. Zeus, the king of the gods, was always captivated by beauty and power. One day, he saw Demeter, the goddess of agriculture and abundance, tending to the earth. Zeus was struck by her dedication and the way she brought life to the world. He watched as she moved gracefully through the fields, her presence bringing growth and abundance. Zeus admired her strength and the gentle power she wielded over nature. He was also drawn to her beauty, which was radiant and serene, much like the earth she tended. He approached her, disguising himself as a mortal to avoid alarming her. Demeter, unaware of his true identity, welcomed him warmly. Demeter shared her knowledge and passion for the earth, and Zeus was deeply impressed. As they grew closer, Zeus revealed his true identity to Demeter. Demeter was initially shocked and wary of Zeus. Demeter decided to escape from Zeus and transformed into a snake. However, Zeus was not easily deterred. Seeing Demeter's transformation, he too transformed into a serpent and followed her. In their serpent forms, Zeus and Demeter intertwined and shared a moment of intimacy. Their union was a powerful combination of Zeus's strength and Demeter's earth and fertility. Together, they brought prosperity and abundance to the world. From their union, Persephone was born, who would later become the queen of the underworld. Zeus's fifth lover, Mnemosyne. In the ancient land of Pieria, nestled between the mountains and the sea, Mnemosyne, the titaness of memory, often wandered through the lush meadows and serene forests. One day, as she strolled along a crystal-clear stream, she felt a presence watching her. It was Zeus, the mighty king of the gods, who had been captivated by her beauty and grace. Disguising himself as a humble shepherd, he approached her with caution. Mnemosyne, unaware of his true identity, found herself intrigued by the shepherd's gentle demeanor and kind eyes. They began to converse, and she found herself drawn to his charm and intelligence. Mnemosyne listened intently, her heart opening to the shepherd's words. Over the course of several days, their bond grew stronger. One evening, as the sun set and the sky turned a deep shade of purple, Zeus revealed his true identity to Mnemosyne. They spent the night together, and their union was the beginning of a profound relationship. Zeus and Mnemosyne spent 9 nights together, each night conceiving one of the 9 muses. On the first night, Calliope, the muse of epic poetry, was conceived. On the second night, Clio, the muse of history, was conceived. On the third night, Erato, the muse of love poetry, was conceived. Then, in order, Euterpe, the muse of music Melpomene, the muse of tragedy Polyhymnia, the muse of sacred hymns Terpsichore, the muse of dance Talia, the muse of comedy, and finally, on the 9th night, Urania, the muse of astronomy, were conceived. Afterwards, Zeus met his third and final wife, Hera.